What is happening, everybody? This is your first time here, welcome. This is not your first time here, welcome back. We're just cruising around today. It's early morning. LA's starting to open back up, so we've got people out and about. Been on a crazy lockdown, had some intense moments for sure. Let's see what we find. Well, ocean's still here. Well, that's good. I feel like these beaches start to get packed now that we're opening back up. Better to get here early. Got people walking their dogs. That dog was like, nope, I'm just going to sit right here. You know, LA in the morning is a beautiful thing. Got a nice lighting to it. Uh-oh, kids in a car. Couple of surf boys. So I don't know if there's a lot more homelessness, or even if there's any more homelessness now after, well, during pandemic or not, but I feel like I've seen more people in like campers and living van life, which, you know, I don't know what that means, but just an observation. Well, this is Surf Club. Check that out. Okay, a couple little Volkswagen bugs, or Volkswagen vans rather. These parking lots have been closed for months. I don't know when they plan on opening them, but they are not open yet. Birds are back on the streets too. They just came back out maybe a week or so ago. I'll be honest, it was kind of nice not having the birds out on the streets. People are all over, just reckless with those. I mean, I can't really talk because I'm probably not the most well-behaved on a bird either, but they're back. Which I suppose that's good, right? I think businesses are able to operate again. Well, no suppose, that is a good thing, right? I feel like most of this was blocked off as recently as a week ago. With National Guard and such, from the riots and things, or looting that was happening here. Looks like they've kind of moved them all out though. All these buildings that are boarded up down there. A little bit of the aftermath from some of the action down this way. Black Lives Matter. A lot of tagging going on down here. Both sides of the street, we've got some beautiful artwork actually. All these buildings boarded up. Crazy moments to happen down here. A lot of people are angry. You know, I think rightfully so. I mean, hopefully we can get beyond some of the things that have happened and start a new chapter. Chapter of equality. Chapter of opportunity. I think that would be a good thing. We've got a lot of psychological healing to do on all sides. So hopefully that happens. Wells Fargo, all boarded up. Interesting looking building though. Boardwalk's still closed. That would just be they're packing people into a small space. Probably not a great idea at this point, especially with COVID cases going back up since we've started to reopen. And some of that could be due to, you know, the big gatherings we had around protests and such. Some of it could just be from the reopening process. Bit of both, I'm sure, or I would imagine. Okay, little Aston Martin. The Aston Martin's a new brand. They're dope. Love wins. There you go. It's a good message. I don't know what you folks think, but I was bouncing around the other day, and I mean, we got some of these restaurants down here were packed. You know, I get it, things need to open for sure, but I don't know, I'm not comfortable going back to a restaurant yet, for sure. Like, you will not find me sitting down in a crowded space with people wearing no masks. Not yet anyway. Yeah. This doesn't feel like a good idea. Now, I could be wrong. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe the numbers don't go back up. Maybe everybody that's eating is healthy. I could see a scenario where you need to show your COVID test to get into spaces. I mean, I don't know if they could enforce that, but I could see that. I could see people talking about that anyway. Like, imagine the dating scene at this point. It's like, hey, you're cool, I'm cool. Sweet, you have your COVID results? Like, just need to know. It's not a bad thing, I suppose. A lot of people are talking about this new normal, and whatever that is going to look like. And part of it is these fashion masks that people are wearing. Which, by the way, there is science now that's proven that masks work to some degree to help stop the spread. Alright, that's cool. Dude, the masks are still uncomfortable though. I don't care how fashionable they are. It's hot, you're gonna get weird tan lines. I'm not saying you shouldn't wear them, I'm just pointing out certain things. I know, what do you think about wearing masks everywhere? I mean, if you're wearing one for work, I mean, do you just get used to it or what? Well, I guess you do. I saw some weird masks the other day. Well, they weren't weird, they were pretty cool. Where they had a full mask with a plexiglass piece over the, or you know, like a polystyrene or a clear piece over your mouth. It looked kind of funny though, because you had eyes, like face covering, and then a mouth. It looked kind of weird. I think it was at Ford Hospital or something like that in Detroit. They were testing those out. But addressing an issue with the mask is that you can't tell. Well, one, if you're deaf, you can't read lips at all. If somebody can't use sign language. But then you're losing all this facial expression too. Makes it kind of hard to have a emotive conversation. A lot of these businesses out here, not a lot, but a handful have gone out of business since pandemic has hit. You know, it's an unfortunate thing. Unfortunate thing. Star out of business. Oh no, maybe they're not. You know, a lot of artwork out here showing their support for George Floyd. Men's all boarded up. This lady just running out in the middle of the street. No big deal. I think Cha-Cha went out of business. I don't know, odd times we're living in, folks. Odd times. Good times and bad times all wrapped in one. Alright. I'm gonna get back to it. See you guys on the other side.